All right. So, hey, what's going on, guys? So, what I have in for repair today is a PS5. Okay. And the last video that I uploaded, we were working on a Nintendo Switch. We went down a rabbit hole, could not find the show. That line is a low resistant line. That's what I'm reading. But when I tested on another Switch, it wasn't a low resistant line. Um, but we're past that repair. Uh, we're gonna use that board for parts, and what we'll do is just replace the board and on past that one. Sometimes it's just what I do. Uh, some shops don't do that. With more knowledge, they can spend time. That done. I cannot. Okay. So either way, we're done with that repair, and we're on to this PS5. So what's going on with this PS5 is I've already looked around, and I'll show you guys this underneath the camera because it's better explained underneath the camera than trying to do it here, where you guys really can't see what's happening because it's only so far that camera can pick up. So we're going to focus on getting this board out, and then once we get the board out, we can look and I'll explain to you guys what I see. Now, I did test the console, and the console is working, so I'm not really worried about it not working. I just want to have this a recording for in case in the future the customer comes back because they have some other kind of issue with this console. They're saying, hey, you fix this and this and the third. I have this. Okay, so let's turn it down low. Okay, there we go. All right. So if you can see this, right there, and you can see that right. All this ground has liquid spilled on. So you see that? That's liquid. Some kind of liquid spilled on it. But beside that, the console power is on, so I'm not going to focus on that. My main focus is this HDMI port. So let's remove this and replace it. So we will set this board up. Now is probably a good time for me to use the other camera also. And that way you guys can see over my desk. Oh, knocked over all those. I got like a million screws on the floor now. So let's go over the desk. At least I think it's on. No? Okay, let's make sure that we can use that camera. So that camera has not popped up yet. Okay, so wrong thing I had plugged in. I don't even know what. Okay, so we can remove this cord and put this back. I'm still trying to figure out everything here, guys. I'm still working on a good setup. Okay, so deactivate, activate. Okay, there we go. And now you got over my messy desk. Okay, that's what we call this, over my messy desk. So this is the port that we're removing, and I can't even get that in the shot. So we're going to be removing this port right here. We will eventually get a camera for over desk, but for now, we're going to use what we have. And you can do this also. Sometimes I like to do like this on top first, and then just underneath. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. And that's out. And we'll lay this down on the side for now. And we have our, wow, running through the cord. So we're going to use this to clean these holes. And like I said in the previous video, you don't have to have one. I don't know what's going on with this now. There we go. And those holes are cleared. And let's look on the board. And let's see what we have. So we definitely knocked the small capacitor off, but that's okay. We can replace that. It's not a big deal. It's not even, it's not mandatory to have it. Nope, it's still there. Okay. Let me fix this white balance because I don't have much light. And oh, I think our camera's crashing. I think the camera software crashed. Let's close it down and reopen it. And then we got to fix that white balance. Every time I try to fix it, it goes, can't turn it off. Okay. It's frozen again. Let me just turn this up a little bit. There we go. As long as you guys can see the thing, that's what I'm. Okay. And this is all cleaned up. Well, not all cleaned up, sorry. The holes are all clean, so now we can lay our pool. So we're gonna clean off right there. So let's get our soldering on. And let's get our wick. just knock this stuff off. Like that. Okay? And then we'll come back in, clean up. So this one I am not gonna go over an hour, but I'm gonna show you guys some of the process that I go through when it comes down to cleaning and getting these or this kind of console back together looking good. Okay, so next is we need our HDMI port, PS5 HDMI port. Let's see where we have them. I know we have a lot of them, so not really about it. We just gotta find a lot of them. Got a lot of them. We just gotta find all of them. Maybe they're still hung up. Maybe some of them are still hung up. I might have a hard time finding them. It's okay. All right, we'll just open up, take one out of these leaves that we have. Like I said, I bought a whole bunch of them because these things are breaking very often. Okay, and we'll put some solder down here, and we'll put some solder also on there. Okay, so get our iron. And you can see like it looks like little, I don't know what to call it, like little burn up parts inside the solder right here. That's when you have to clean it. If you once you start seeing like those little brown pieces in it, just go ahead and clean up your solder and apply new solder or new flux. Sorry, because that means that your flux is burnt up. Like my thing right there. Here we go. Okay, let's turn the board around. That way, HDMI on the side. Okay, so we'll just put some more flux and then we'll tack down a few of these. Especially the one behind that cap, that one is really hard to get to. And that's why a lot of people like to float these in place because that small component is really hard to get to. But I will show you how I get that small component. So you can push this forward and that way you can get to that component a little. Okay. All right. And since we've gotten those pretty much tacked down, we'll go ahead and we'll tack down these posts, which will really help this sit in place. At least that way we can move it around. Okay. That should be good for that side. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so all is solder now, then bring this close to both of them, just like that. Same thing over here. The only difference is I already have some solder on my iron. Oh, I am no professional. I've just been doing it my way and it worked. So if you guys want to try this, if you're new to it, you're trying to figure out how you guys are doing all this soldering and you can't get it right, maybe what I found out sometimes is the tool that you're using can be the problem. I mean, you need, you need to know the basics in order to do the job, but sometimes I found a better to help you along the way. Because I remember buying a cheaper soldering iron, and whoa, did we not get any of that? Yeah, yeah, what happened there? Yeah, I remember buying a cheaper soldering iron and trying to do these repairs, and it did not turn out well. Let's say that because the iron couldn't get enough heat onto the board in order for me to solder anything. So that was also a problem in itself. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Probably the trickiest part of this whole thing. And what I tend to do is hold the iron there and see what comes up. So just like this, and you should see some solder come up. If you don't, then touch it with your solder that you have, and that should, if you really want to. And I'm going to do that now to show you guys because I'm going to float that last part in place. All I'm going to do is come over here with my solder iron. Sorry, with my hot air. And with the hot air, I'm just going to heat this thing up. And once I see it move, I just stop. I just remove my iron. and just tap it, and that should be good. Okay. All right, and now let's check these pins and see what we. Like I said, the most important one that I want to check is these ones because I can't get my iron there. So because I can't get my iron, make sure that they contact. I want to make sure that they're not moving. Just like that, they're not moving, none of them is moving. Okay, so that's good. And because I'm working on a board like this, I can use alcohol. I'm going to use flux remover, which I like to use. It definitely helps clean up the flux, whether the flux is flux, that thing just gone. You can kind of see melting a little bit, which I could have turned down the heat and that would have made this plastic look brand new. But like I always say in all my videos, it's more about does it function. It can look pretty and not function at all because it's not making a good contact board. I'm more about, whether this thing is able to do what it's supposed to do, is producing it. Okay. All right. Here is one of the parts that are really tricky. Show you guys this. Okay. So let me move this out the way and let that camera focus, I believe. I think it does that. Zoom into this. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I just need to wipe it off. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's clean up. All right, so here's liquid metal. Okay, and what I did was I put some alcohol on a Q-tip, and now we're going to move the liquid metal around. So this is probably one of the tips that, like, if before you don't even know what to do with it. And at first, I was just adding liquid metal. That's what I would do. I just add new liquid metal and be fine with it. But then once I found this little trick out, I no longer add new metal. I just take whatever it is and just spread it back around. Like this. Like that. And now we got it evenly spread out. On the other side of the board, it's the same thing. So I'll just put this over here for now. Okay. And I will go ahead and get this, put this, you guys can see the same thing. You see the liquid. We're going to get a new Q-tip. That way you guys can see it being done all over. Wow. I thought more than half of the console was. Okay, so same thing again. A little bit. Just enough that it's what I want it like soaking with. Okay, and then I'm just going to come around just like that. Just like that. Okay, and then once I got that all around, the side that I didn't touch tip and add alcohol, the side that I turn around now, and I'm using to spread the liquid metal out. Just like that. Spread it all. And I have had it to the point that I melted to it, and the trick to that, one side of the Q-tip to clean it all away. That's all it is. Okay? And that's good. It doesn't have to be perfect. It will eventually, once I put this on top, it'll just even it out. Okay? So let's just do that now. Just make all my clears up and out of the way. And the two screws full. So we'll put this on first. Here's our two screws. Like that. Okay? Suppose. Okay, that's connected up. And I'm not going to turn this on for too long. I just want to check to see if I get an image. So I'm just turning it on just to see an image, okay? So let's see if I can turn you guys. Okay. That'll work for now. And I don't know. Just need to find an HDMI cord. I got one plugged in, but whatever port is on, I'm not looking for that right now. So this one is on 4. And that's 4. And we just need to see an image. And then we can shut this down because I don't have all heat sink and everything. I don't even have the fan connected up. And there we go. We see an image. So we're good with that. That's all we need to see. Okay? So we've seen an image. We don't need to go any further. We'll just finish assembling this. So I thank you guys for watching. And like I said, keep on uploading as best as I can. There will be no more for the weekend. I can't upload tonight because I have somewhere to be. So I won't be uploading again until Monday, hopefully. I have something interesting to upload. If not, I don't want to just upload just for the sake of uploading. I want to make sure it's good content that you guys can use to learn, or just and learn from my mistakes. That's all. That's the greatest thing. If you guys can learn from mistakes, then you'll do better than me. Just remember that. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Right? I'll see you in the next video.